Did I ever tell you about the time that I accidentally answered the phone at work? No? Well, here's that story. I know that sounds confusing, like how do you accidentally pick up a ringing phone, right? Well, let me explain. The phone that I picked up was connected to the main line that the service desk handles the incoming phone calls on. There was a handful of phones that would ring, including the one on the desk where I used to work. But we always expected the service desk to pick it up, and they always did. Now, we didn't use our desk a lot, but we did have a phone there in case we needed it while we were in the office. And sometimes when I was at that desk, the phone would ring. So you can see how it's possible that I might answer a phone call that wasn't intended for me. The problem was the ringer on our handset was turned off, because again, we didn't generally answer it, unless it was forwarded to us specifically by the service desk. And the only way to tell that it was ringing was to look at it. It would have a little number and a little light flashing. One day I was collecting orders down on the main floor, as was my job, when the service desk paged me to help a guest with something that, well, had to do with my department. I got this. So I headed upstairs to our desk to take the phone call because I knew I would be needing to take some notes. I pick it up and it's one of our regular customers. Let's call her April because I don't actually remember who it was. Now, I do remember that whenever she would call, she would ask about sales, and oftentimes I would need to get a handy dandy thing, one of the ads, to help her out. The problem was I never had the sales memorized, nor did I have an ad on me. Yeah, it happened every time. I never had an ad on me when I should have had one. You'd think I would have learned. We started off pretty good. I was taking down notes as she placed her order. Then she asks about grapes. How about them grapes? Are there any grapes on sale? Oh, well, let me check the ad. I do not have an ad on me. 1 second. So I put her on hold while I do what I should have done a long time ago and grab an ad. I never loved putting customers on hold because who does love that? But usually I'm helping them out so they understand and they're patient with me. In any case, I rushed downstairs to the stack of ads as quick as possible while maintaining my dignity, which I'm rifling through. Rifling? That is a word, right? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Anyway, I'm flipping through it as I return to the phone call. Now, remember that thing about the ringer being off so that you couldn't hear when somebody was calling? So me looking down at the ad as I go back upstairs, 99 cents a pound. So I pick up the phone. No. Wait for it. Look at the caller ID. Yeah, I didn't look at the caller ID. So here's me. Okay, I found the prices you were looking for. Did you want red grapes or green grapes? Well, they're actually both on sale right now for, Then silence on the other end of the line. And a new voice starts speaking. No, I just barely called the store. I'm looking for Patrick. Is Patrick there? That's embarrassing. It didn't take me too long to figure out what had happened, but the problem was I had no idea who Patrick was. What? Who's Patrick? Honestly, the only face that came to mind was Patrick Star from SpongeBob, which I knew he wasn't there. So what do? Do I just hang up and hide my embarrassment? Because not only had I already embarrassed myself, but then I would have to tell her that I don't even know who Patrick is. And more embarrassment. No, confront your problems, Horde. Remember your customer service code of conduct. The customer is always right, which doesn't actually apply here. Okay, treat the customer how you would want to be treated. Don't hang up. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else that I had just put on hold. My apologies. Actually, if you don't mind, I will transfer you back to the service desk. They should be able to help you get Patrick. Because I don't know who he is. So I did so, and fortunately, April was still on hold. So I pick up the line and do what I thought I had already done when I explained the grape situation, and everything went pretty smoothly after that. So moral of the story is, don't hang up on your problems. Or maybe you should just learn the names of all of your coworkers. It wasn't until months later that I realized who Patrick was. Pat! They wanted Pat! I had never heard him called Patrick. I just knew him by Pat, and he was there that day. But I guess I was just too embarrassed to do that nickname processing. Patrick, I mean, not that hard. Come on, Ford. When you're embarrassed, sometimes you get frazzled. But that's okay. Anyway, I suppose it's best to just learn the names of everybody you work with, you know, even their nicknames and non-nicknames. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the story, and remember, no matter who answers that phone, remember to smile. If you like this video, guess what? I publish a video every Friday, or at least I try to. So, subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss my next one. In the meantime, check out some of my other stories. I will try and link somewhere. Unless you're on a phone, you won't see it. As always, love to hear your comments below. And most of all, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.